Number 22, a freshman from Troy, Missouri, Kaylee Colbert. And rounding out the lineup from Troy, Missouri, a freshman midfielder, number 33, Jory Ryder. The head coach, Lucas Almeida, assisted by Christoph Burkett and Gideon Ward. And now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Governor State University Jaguars. The goalkeeper, a junior from Hendersonville, Tennessee, number 1, Hannah Maylander. From Bogota, Colombia, 5'2", junior, number 6, Sofia Reina Torres. From Oak Lawn Richards High School, a junior, number 8, Olivia Jezoric. From Portugal, a senior, number 9, Ana Rodriguez. From Chicago Heights Thornwood High School, a junior, number 10, Carmen Valadez. From Bloom High School in the Heights, number 12, Delana Horta. From Shepherd High School, from Alsip, Illinois, number 16, Elena Popovich. From Paris, France, number 22, Kumba Dembele. From Elgin Larkin, a junior, number 24, Jenny Jimenez. And rounding out the lineup from Pritzker College Prep in Chicago, number 26, Corme Vilches. The head coach in his second season, Pico Magana, assisted by Ritz-South Hall of Famer Fibo Arriaga. Your officials are Bradley Santiago, Rob De Silva, and Alexander Valencia. We'd also like to recognize Grace McLaughlin.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Sportsplex in Crown Point, Indiana. This is the Governor State University home opener.
Should be playing.
Thank you, Phil, and we are ready for action here in Crown Point. Kickoff should begin shortly. Both teams looking to get their first win of the season. As we stated in the intro, the Trojans come into this game at 0-4, and the Jaguars coming in at 0-1. Always tough to get that victory when you're on a long road stretch, as the Trojans have been, having lost their first 4 games on the road. The Jaguars with an opportunity to start fresh on home soil today.
You're amazing. Let's go. Are you sure I'm not supposed to?
The best sports information director and coach.
Well, I appreciate it. You're great. What? What do you mean? Gold. You got gum? Oh my God, Kiko, you're literally saving me. Oh my God, I love it. You guys go home?
I was close to your house last night, but I
No, I'm so jealous.
And the girls, let's get it.
I hope he did. Let's get it, ladies! First to every ball!
And with kickoff about to begin shortly here, we have the Jaguars kicking from left to right and the Trojans kicking from right to left. It's going to be Kumba Dembele to start things off here. Beautiful weather we have today. This is the sort of weather that fans and players alike hope for. As the Jaguars started off here, trying to find Dembele up top there. She flicks it on. Snuffed out well this time.
All day.
Dembele finds her way on it. Nice little cutback. Plays it to the top of the box. And it's recovered by the Trojans, but played out for a Gov State throw-in. Early energy here from the Jaguars as they're looking to encroach on that 18-yard box. It's back to Dembele. The Jaguars looking to play through Dembele early here.
Elena, you can go up.
And the Trojans regain possession here with the throw-in. First opportunity to get a look at how the Trojans will set up here.
I see you, number 8.
Ball comes in here down that left channel. Trojans trying to find a way out of the high press from the Jaguars here.
Yes, Bio.
Jaguars doing well to keep it where they want it. It's cut out there by the Jaguars.
Thank you, Sophia.
Once again, out for a throw-in on that left-hand side there. Early promising signs from the Jaguars, but nothing concrete yet. Seem to be ping-ponging the ball around on the left-hand side here. Jaguars won't mind this, though, as it's in good territory for them to make headway towards the goal. Cut out by the Trojans. The Trojans now have space to counter here if they can use it, but it's cut out well there.
Come on, Elena. Good, Elena. Yes,
Trojans managed to keep it in there.
Yes.
It's back in possession with the Jaguars. Jaguars looking to exert a little bit of control here as they play the switch out to their left-hand side. A ball in behind there. This could be a good opportunity early for the Jaguars if she can get the ball in the box there. It's cut out, but it will be a Gov State corner. Gov State looking to take advantage of this in their last game against St. Mary's. They only managed 1 corner to St. Mary's 8, so they'll definitely look to take advantage of these marginal gains when they have the chance here. Jaguars looking to overload the far side of the goal there. Ball played in. It looks like a good one here. Oh, and it finds a Gov State player. It's off the post.
9 shot wide.
Early caution sign there from the Jaguars. It was number 9, Anna Rodriguez, who got the header off there. Elizabeth Henry in goal there for the Trojans will know to be wary of those set pieces now. Once again, the Trojans going to try and find a way out of their own half here. Haven't really had possession in the Gov State half of the pitch yet, and it's cut out there. Dembele with a good opportunity to run a goal here. She feeds it in behind, but it's cut out well by the Trojans there. Can they clear it? Only as far as a Gov State throw-in in dangerous territory. Brooke Dollard with a throw-in. And the touch goes awry. It'll be out for a Trojans throw-in. It's the sort of game that if you're Hannah Maylander, you got to stay on your toes. If you're not seeing much of the action, it's easy as a goalkeeper to get complacent, but she'll know to be paying attention here and make sure that she doesn't get on her heels when the moment is right. Dembele on the ball again. Referee calls a foul once again in a dangerous area. Gov State doing much better at getting these set piece opportunities than they did in their first game. Once again, another very good opportunity if they can find the right ball into the middle there. Looks like they're going with the same approach of overloading that far side post. It'll be swung into the near post, and it's in! Henry unable to get a fingertip to it, and it snuck its way in at the near post there. Jaguars lead early through an impressive free kick from number 10, Carmen Valadez. Limited celebrations here. Oh, it looks like they ruled out the goal here. Apologies there, folks. The goal was ruled out ultimately by the referee. We're still waiting to hear word as to why, but it is still 0-0 at this point. Encouraging signs still from set pieces here from the Jaguars, but that one will not count. As we approach the first 5 minutes here, we've got 5 minutes play. The Jaguars have dominated the ball in the Trojans' territory. A couple of good opportunities to this point, but nothing on target and nothing in the back of the net just yet. And that ball finds its way out to the Jaguars' right-hand side. Another good crossing opportunity. Finds it back to Valadez. Valadez swings it in. That's a good cross. and it's unable to be guided in at the far post there. It just looked like a little bit of miscommunication there from the Jaguars. Looked like it was Anna Rodriguez, number 9, flying in at the back post there. Anna Rodriguez so far with the best 2 opportunities for the Jaguars.
She's wearing number 10, Carmen Valadez. That was 10.
I got 9 for Carmen. I think it was Carmen.
Oh, they got different. Okay.
Jaguars once again with a throw-in on the Trojans' left-hand side. Dembele on the ball here looking to create an opportunity. She's facing up her defender. She'll find it back to Valadez. Valadez will have a shot, and it's harmlessly wide of the goalkeeper's far post there. Trojans really need to find a way to get some positive momentum in the Jaguars' half. They seem to be playing quite deep here with only the 2 strikers playing up towards the Jaguars' back line, trying to play it a little bit safe here with a deep block to keep the Jaguars from getting those clear-cut opportunities at goal. But they need to think about going forward here, as it's only a matter of time before the Jaguars make them pay, as they cut it out once again. The Trojans rather, making mistakes in their own half early on here. As Olivia Jeziorzak is unable to keep the ball in play there to be a Trojans throw-in right by their own corner flag. Back out for a Jaguars throw-in. Game being played predominantly in this right-hand corner here. It's done well for the Jaguars thus far, which always leaves the opportunity for a wide switch if they can find it, if the runners can get in behind on that far left side there. Beautiful move there from Vilchis. Vilchis finds it out wide. It's a long touch. Trojans get it out for a throw-in. Once again, the Jaguars doing well to get touches in the box, but nothing clear-cut on goal yet apart from the 2 early opportunities. A little bit of miscommunication as the Jaguars give away the throw-in. Could be an opportunity to counter here for the Trojans if they can get numbers forward. 22 here down the left-hand side. This could be a very good opportunity for the Trojans, but it's cut out well. Looks like it'll be a Trojans throw-in, one of their first opportunities to really possess the ball in the Jaguars' half, and they seem to be trying to take advantage of it. They've got more numbers forward than they have all game here. And the Jaguars do well to cut it out. They could have their own counter-attacking opportunity here. Valadez plays it through for Dembele, but Griffiths does well to make sure that Dembele didn't have the space to get in behind there, and it rolls harmlessly into the hands of Henry. Henry looking to go long here to the Trojans' right-hand side, but it looks like it's going to bounce out for a throw-in to the Jaguars. Oh, no, she keeps it in on that far side there. But the heavy touch leads her astray. It will go out for a Trojans throw-in. Cut out here by the Jaguars. Jaguars will look to keep some settled possession here. Oh, that was a dangerous pass across the field there. Jaguars lucky that that did not result in anything more than a Trojans throw-in. It could have been a dangerous opportunity there if the Trojans were more alert to it. Ball's cut out there by Valadez in midfield. She'll play another ball long to Dembele. That seems to be the game plan here. It's yet to bear fruit for the Jaguars as far as open play chances go, but it's very clear where those opportunities may come from. And Henry will take her time and gather the ball. Despite the shaky start here, the Trojans seem to be getting themselves back into it. Nice little spell of possession. Haven't gotten a shot on goal just yet, but they've done well to get a little bit of that momentum back. And we'll look to turn that into clear-cut chances. Oh, here's Valadez again in that floating 10 position. She's been all over the pitch so far today. Oh, that's a dangerous play there from Griffith. Goes out for a Jaguars corner, but it could have been much worse than that. They're going to say, it looks like goal kick here. From this angle, it looked as though Griffiths had gotten the last touch on that. If you're the Trojans here, you'd be pretty optimistic about what you've seen so far. There were 2 really good chances in the early phases of the game and a goal ruled out as well, but they've done well to make sure that they keep themselves in the game. And apart from that early flurry of chances from the Jaguars, and as I say that, Jaguars with a chance on the right-hand side, and the cross is cleared away by Griffiths. A couple of occasions there of miscommunication between Griffiths and her goalkeeper, Henry. Hasn't been too dangerous to this point, but it is something to keep an eye on, as Griffiths has been tasked with marking Dembele today. And that seems to be the game plan for the Jaguars. Get the ball through in behind for Dembele. In swinging corner, into the penalty box. Dembele unable to get a head on it, and it flashes just wide. It was Ana Rodriguez with the chance there, but it goes just wide of the post. The set pieces have been very dangerous for the Jaguars thus far, looking to overload that far post. My apologies there, folks. Number 9 is Valadez. Number 10 is Rodriguez. Had a little bit of a mix-up in the pregame lineups, but nothing we can't work with here. On the ball here, Vilches. She'll play it to Dembele, but it's cut out by the Trojans. It'd be interesting to see as the game grows on here if the Trojans are going to look to get more players forward on the counterattack. There have been a couple of instances here where the Jaguars had lots of numbers forward. The Trojans cut it out, but they don't attack with pace. They don't get the numbers flowing forward. Still looking to play with just those 2 up top as Dembele gets the inside route here. Done well to hold up the ball there. She's waiting for runners in behind. A little bit stagnant in the box there. Dembele going to try to do it on her own. Ana Rodriguez on the ball. Plays it to the top of the box. Jaguars will look to recycle possession here. Pay attention to that high line from the Jaguars. We pointed it out a little bit ago. Could lead to some danger here if the Trojans decide they want to throw numbers forward on the counter. But to this point, both teams seem to be playing it safe in that regard. Here's Torres on the ball. Valadez with it. Valadez trying to feed it through and behind to Torres, but it was unable to find her. And the Jaguars will recycle possession once more. As the game begins to tire here, we'll have to pay attention to the Trojans. Defending this deep into your box can be a tricky task. It becomes hard on you mentally and physically. So the Jaguars will look to keep this up. They will have to start getting more opportunities on goal, but they won't mind how the game has gone so far because the Trojans certainly have been the ones backpedaling more often than not.
You don't have to list them all at once. You don't have to list them all at once. We just pick up one at a time. So, yesterday.
Folks, yesterday with some CCAC women's soccer action, we had St. Francis beating Trinity College 3-1 as the conference action gets rearing up here. Jaguars still yet to play a conference game, but they'll keep half an eye on those results there as they look to get their own win on the board here. We have another in-swinging corner here on that Jaguars' right-hand side. It'll come into the near post. Ricochets down. Oh, Vilches fires the shot well over. They've been playing that far post the entire game up to that point, but decided to play one in at the near post and Trojans didn't know how to deal with it. We've been mentioning it all game, but those set pieces have been really tricky for the Trojans, and I'm sure that Coach Kiko will want that to continue as the game goes on. We said it at the top of the show here that the Jaguars lost the corner battle against St. Mary's 8-1, and so far today they've got well more in terms of corners than the Trojans to this point, as Dembele is fouled there about 25 yards out from the Trojans' goal. Another good opportunity to get a dangerous ball in from a set piece here. Looks like it'll be Torres standing over the free kick here. Jaguars done well to mix up where these balls are coming from and who's putting them in. Torres with the good ball in the box. Dembele unable to get the purchase on it. The goal was gaping, waiting for her to guide the ball into the back of the net, but couldn't gain her composure in time. Didn't look like she saw it until the last moment there, and Henry will breathe a huge sigh of relief. Another really big opportunity there for the Jaguars from a set piece that they're unable to capitalize on. So far, the Jaguars lead the shot battle 6-0, the majority of those coming from set pieces to this point. As it goes out for a Trojans throw-in, looking to build a little bit of that field tilt into the Jaguars' half. Folks, we mentioned set pieces. The Jaguars lead that category 3-0 in terms of corners, and by my count, it has been 2 free kicks to the Trojans 0. Almost all of those have led to a shot at least towards goal, not necessarily on goal. At this point, the Jaguars have yet to record an official shot on goal apart from the disallowed goal from the Rodriguez free kick. Rodriguez on the ball here. It ricochets down to Torres. Torres will play it wide. Lovely overlapping run there on the left side. Keep her head up. She's going to try and cut in. She does well to do so. And the cross is well blocked by the Trojans. Out for another Jaguars throw-in. Jaguars with the ball in the corner here. It's a quick cross into the box that Henry handles comfortably. Jaguars will need to be careful with those crosses into the box. Trojans goalkeeper Elizabeth Henry stands at a towering 5'10". It's always difficult to get those crosses into a good area when you've got a goalkeeper who can fill as much of the box as she can. Valadez plays it off to Torres. Torres trying to find a yard of space here. She plays it back. Jaguars have done well not to get too rushed here in possession in their own half, which has led to some good opportunities, but that was not one of them. Unfortunately, it rolls out for a Trojans throw-in in the Jaguars' half. Griffiths being challenged there by Dembele. Dembele draws a foul on Griffiths there. A wasted opportunity for the Trojans with possession in the Jaguars' half. Rodriguez plays the quick free kick over to that left-hand side, but it's collected once more by Henry. Henry with the long ball forward. Nice little touch down to the right-hand side there, and the Trojans can get numbers into the box here, but it's defended well on the left-hand side. Ginny Jimenez was the one who put the final leg in there for the tackle. Now, heading into this game, the number 10 for the Trojans, Isabella Clado, she was one that we had keyed in on as one to watch for, and she's got her first opportunity to make an impact on the game. Clado swings it in. It's a well-placed ball. Griffiths underneath it. It bounces just outside of the box there favorably for the Jaguars, and they'll let it roll out for a Jaguars throw-in. Folks, we got about 25 minutes remaining in the half here. A little bit under halfway through the half is Dembele with a clean touch through, but the Trojans' defense does well to deal with it. 20 minutes through the half here, it's pretty clear who the dominant side has been, but do not count the Trojans out because they've done very well for themselves to keep themselves in this game. The defending has been good, and ultimately the Jaguars want to find those balls in behind on the counterattack, and every time that they've had the opportunity to do so, the Trojans have cut it out. All of the major opportunities from the Jaguars have come from set pieces here, which is, of course, a point of contention for any coach, but you'll live with that considering the attacking force that Dembele can be. Here's Rodriguez on the ball. Dangerous ball there into the midfield, but it's collected by Jimenez. Jimenez unable to find a teammate there. Trojans will go again. Claudio on the ball. She plays a nice ball forward. It's chested down, but it's ultimately dealt with by Vilches. It was number 12, Diana Orta, challenging there, and it's out for a GSU throw. Valadez does well to collect the ball. Valadez and Rodriguez have had a nice little partnership going here as the two advanced midfielders, causing a lot of trouble thus far. Dembele does well to have the strength to hold on there. It looked like maybe she got a foot on top of the defender's foot. Those are never fun to deal with, but she does well to carry on. Vilches boots it forward for Valadez. Griffiths once again there to deal with it. Griffiths, has been a very busy customer today as 16's got a lot of space there on that right-hand side. Trojans not urgent to get the ball in the box here, and the opportunity finds itself back into the feet of the Jaguars, and Rodriguez with a lovely turn there. Griffiths once again there to deal with it. She has been a wrecking ball in defense today. And the ball over the top finds Dembele. Dembele unable to control the touch. But she does well to get the second ball there. Something coaches will talk a lot about. If you can't get on the first ball, be the first to the second ball. Teammates need to be aware there of where that ricochet is headed as Rodriguez fires one in from just outside the 18. It is comfortably handled by Henry, but that will mark the first shot on target for the Jaguars. That takes the shot count to 7 for the Jaguars. The Trojans have managed the shot at this point, but not on target, as an ambitious effort there from midfield from Claudio. It's ultimately dealt with by Mailander. Again, we marked Claudio as one to watch. Oh, Dembele with a beautiful ball in behind for Valadez, but once again, Griffiths is there to clean it up, doing her job as a sweeper, keeping those opportunities from getting in behind once again. The Jaguars really trying to find that ball in behind, but every time that they look like they have an opportunity, they meet number 5, Griffiths. Here's Rodriguez into Torres. Torres will try one, and it rolls harmlessly into the arms of Henry. Despite being outshot 8-1, Henry hasn't had a ton to deal with at this point. Most of the opportunities that you would consider a clear-cut chance have gone either wide or over the crossbar there. As the long ball forward finds Caitlin Jones of West Yorkshire, England. She does really well to stretch those long legs, and the ball into the box is met by Mailander. Torres out wide here. Difficult ball to handle, and it finds a kind bounce, and that's a beautiful ball out wide from Rodriguez. Controlling the show here as the ball is fed through. Looks like the Trojans player will let it run out for a Trojans goal kick. Clock stops at 20 minutes here. That's 2023, my apologies. And we'll go to a water break here. We're going to cut to a quick commercial. Welcome back, folks. We're still at 0-0 with 20 minutes and 23 seconds remaining on the clock. The Jaguars have had the majority of the opportunities, but nothing that has truly threatened the goalkeeper to this point. A couple of wide opportunities from corners and from set pieces here. The Jaguars with 2 shots on target to the Trojans 1, 8 shots to the Trojans 2. But to this point, it has been mostly Jaguars action. The Jaguars will hope to get some more clear-cut opportunities than what they've done to this point. Lots of possession, but not a lot of that in the Trojans area. The Trojans set up very deep today. They've been doing a lot of defending in their own box. We stated on the broadcast earlier that they may lead to some tired legs as the game wears on, but it could also give the Trojans some really good opportunities to counterattack, and as this game has grown on, they've certainly been taking more of those opportunities to get numbers forward. Coach Kiko taking a couple extra minutes to talk to his girls here and get his message behind them.
Victoria Salas is number 4 from Pueblo, Colorado for the Jaguars.
Bruce Rose on Cam, Francisco Mendoza directing, assisted by Danny.
Folks, I am Jordan Fox here with the Gov State Jaguars broadcast. We've got Anala Bruce Rose on the camera. We've got Francisco Mendoza directing in the control room and assisted by Danny Chang. We love our lovely crew over there at DLMD. An all-student-ran program for those who are unfamiliar with it. Players are going to take their time getting back onto the pitch here. It's always interesting to see when you have an extended break like this, what that means for the energy of the remainder of the game. Trojans will certainly take it, as they've been doing a lot of running backwards, trying to catch up to the play here. Griffiths herself has been running backwards at the ball and doing an incredible job sweeping up for the Trojans, as the Trojans kick it out for a GSU throw-in. Excuse me there, folks. Dembele controlling the ball there. She's been a real wrecking ball in attack today. Jack unable to keep it in. It'll be a Trojans throw-in. A lot of this game has been played on that right-hand side there, and it will continue to be that way as the Jaguars have another throw-in deep in Trojans territory. Out to Torres. Torres looks to swing one in. It's controlled by Dembele, but cut out again by Griffiths. Ricocheting at the top of the box here. Jimenez meets it, and that was a tough collision there. Jimenez slow to get to her feet, but she does eventually. She'll shake that one off, and it will be a very intriguing position for this Gov State free kick. About 20 yards out here. This could be a really, really good opportunity for somebody with the technical ability of Rodriguez, who's standing over it currently. Looks like Torres will stand over this one, trying to go for the in-swinger. Now, the goalkeeper needs to be careful about where she sets up her wall here. Oftentimes, if you set it up too close, it can block the angle. It deflects, and Henry looked like she didn't see that one until a little bit late, but does well to handle it. Maybe consider that a wasted opportunity for the Jaguars from that close in. Rodriguez on the ball here, on that left foot. Lovely disguise through ball. It's Dembele one-on-one. She tries to round the keeper. She's brought down. It is a penalty for the Jaguars, and Dembele is quick to grab the ball and get it to the spot. Lovely disguise through ball there from Rodriguez, who has been pulling the strings in midfield all day. It finally bears fruit for the Jaguars, and they've earned themselves an early opportunity here to get the opener. 18:03 left on the clock here. It will be Dembele to step up for the penalty. Referee gives her the signal. Slow run up, and it's saved by Henry! Oh, what an incredible save. With her left foot, she dove the wrong way, but the outreaching foot of that 5'10 frame deflects it out. You don't get many easier opportunities than 6 yards out with nothing but the goalkeeper in front of you. And the Jaguars will certainly rue that missed opportunity. The Trojans breathing a massive sigh of relief here. Torres on the ball, does really well to evade the pressure there. Ball played in behind. It looked like she might have been offside. Linesman doesn't call it. It's Dembele in the box here. Dangerous position. She cuts it back, but Griffiths is there once more. And it looks like they're going to call a foul for the late push there on Griffiths. Griffiths is trying to collect herself here. That was a tough collision there. We've been saying it all game, but number 5, Griffiths for the Trojans. She has been stopping anything in behind today, playing that sweeper role to perfection thus far. Long ball forward from the Trojans. Torres fails to collect it. Back on the ball here, Torres. Here's Clado. Clado unable to find the Trojans forward there. Rodriguez with a quick ball in, but it's only met by a Trojans player. Clado on the ball. Well cut out there. Beautiful turn from Vilches, and she can play it wide here. It's Orta on the ball. One-on-one in that wide channel there, but well defended once again by the Trojans. Orta gets it to Jimenez. Jimenez only gets it as far as the field goal post behind the goal. Let's all take a deep breath for a second here, folks. Collect ourselves after what was a rather chaotic 3 minutes there. We've got 15:34 remaining on the clock. It was just 3 short minutes ago that the Jaguars had their best opportunity of the game from 6 yards out. That was met only by Elizabeth Henry in goal for the Trojans as Griffiths collects here. It's played out wide. Trojans on that right-hand side here. Nice little 1-2. 24 holds it up, and it's aimlessly kicked, but collected by the Trojans there. Rodriguez does well to turn there, find a bit of space. It's Vilches. Rodriguez in midfield once more. Ball out wide here to Orta. Oh, Orta unable to find Jimenez on the overlap there. Trojans throwing in their own half. Dembele pressing. Dembele does well to earn a Jaguars throw-in. Can often be a thankless task playing as that lone striker as Dembele is today. She's done very well for herself. She will certainly be kicking herself a little bit about that penalty that met the foot of Henry, but she's done well to keep herself in the game and keep her energy engaged as Orta collects it on the left-hand side. Plays it back to Vilches. Vilches driving forward. And Torres unable to meet it. My apologies, that's Salas on the right-hand side there, number 4.
Okay, 13's going in.
Substitution for the Jaguars. Number 13, Francia Hernandez, subbing in for number 24, Ginny Jimenez. Francia Hernandez coming into the game. A junior out of Huntley, Illinois. Seems like Coach Kiko was noticing that little bit of momentum that we've been gaining the Jaguars on that left-hand side and looking to capitalize on it by getting some more energy down that left flank. Torres on the ball here. Over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez back on the ball here, but cut out well by the Trojans. Trojans keeping a load of numbers back here in defense. And it's, to this point, done a very good job of keeping the Jaguars from really getting a good look at that Trojans goal. Henry, apart from the penalty save, has had a pretty comfortable game for herself thus far. There she is on the ball. Trojans looking to build out from the back here. Good drive forward. It's played in behind, but met well there by Salas, who will shepherd it out for a Jaguars throw-in. Mailander collects here. And the Jaguars, as they've done all game thus far, looking to play those short passes, not looking to go too long, only when the opportunity finds itself. When they do go long, it tends to be up the middle or in those half spaces, as Jeziorjak has a great opportunity here. She's in behind, but the defender does well to cut off the angle, and Henry, once again, only has to make a rather comfortable save. Jaguars have really yet to make Henry work in goal there, and with a goalkeeper of that frame, of that stature, you have to do a little bit better to find those angles. It's more difficult. They cover more space, and the Jaguars have certainly found that to be the case thus far. With 11:23 remaining, the Trojans have a free kick just inside of their own territory here. It'll be Claudio to take the free kick. Trojans seem to be loading up numbers on the GSU or Gov State backline here. This is one of the few times this game the Trojans have had the opportunity to get the majority of their numbers up towards the Gov State box, and they look to be taking advantage of it. It's a dangerous ball over the top, but it's cut out well there by the Jaguars. Here's Rodriguez driving forward as she's done all game long here. She finds Dembele. Dembele looks up. She tries to find the ball back to Rodriguez, but it's cut out well there. Hernandez with a beautiful tackle there. The Jaguars with numbers towards the box. It's Dembele holding up the play. Dembele plays it back to the top of the box to Rodriguez. Jaguars will recycle. Here's Vilches venturing forward from center back. She has a go, and it's just wide. Vilches has been making those late runs in from center back here. Something to keep an eye on, as it's really confused the structured block of the Trojans. Unable to find the extra player there to mark her when she's bursting forward like that. So something I think the Jaguars will look to continue doing here. Although it can leave them exposed at the back, they do recognize that the Trojans aren't trying to get many numbers forward here. And if they're going to play that way, you may as well get as many numbers towards the box as you can. Oh, well cut out there by Rodriguez. Rodriguez with the turn inside. She has a go on her left. Oh, it's just over the crossbar. Henry, for a second, looked concerned that might find its way just over her right-hand glove there, but it only hits the upright of the field goal behind the goal. Jaguars currently lead the shots category 14-2. 5 shots on target to the Trojans 1. Henry has been forced into 5 saves at this point, whereas Mailander has only had to make the 1. Oh, there's Orta on the ball in a dangerous position. She's going to take it for herself, but Griffiths is there once more. It'd be interesting to see if Griffiths needs a rest here at all. She has been everywhere for that Trojans back line. Whenever they've needed a helping hand, she has provided it and then some. Jones contesting there. Claudio finds Jones here. Cut out well by Torres. Rodriguez unable to flick it on there. I think she was trying to find the overlap of Salas, but back again to Rodriguez. Rodriguez well defended there that time by Eva Cabral. Torres back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez. Trojans don't clear it. It's out wide here to Orta. Another shot on target. Another comfortable claim for Henry. With 7:51 remaining in the match, it's looking difficult for the Jaguars to get some clear-cut opportunities, and when they have done, simply haven't done well enough. in making Henry work for her saves today. That's her 6th save of the day, and not many of them have been terribly difficult. Vilchis contested well there by 24. 24 doing well, but Dembele with the turn and just ricochets back to the Trojans. Cabral on the ball. Contested by Salas. It'll be out for a Trojans throw. Jaguars seem to be lightening up on the press a little bit compared to the opening exchanges of the game. We'll have to see in the second half if the Jaguars come out with a more intense approach or whether they'll continue this sort of mid-block that they find themselves in at the moment. Cabral does really well to keep it in play there. And the referee says she was out of play. Looked like she kept it in from this angle, but we trust our referees around here. If you're a young athlete watching this, I always recommend stay nice to the referees. Always be nice to your referees because you never know which game they'll be reffing next. We got about 6:25 left on the clock here as the Jaguars and the Trojans still knotted up at 0-0. The Jaguars did miss a penalty. It was saved by the foot of Henry. Henry herself has made 6 saves today, but the penalty was really the only one that proved to be of any difficulty. It'll be Kaylee Colbert to take the throw in here. The bounce favors the Trojans this time. The Trojans will take this. The way that this game has gone, any opportunity to get a rest will be welcomed by the Trojans. The Jaguars are going to want to keep this at a high pace with the way that they've been playing, but the Trojans, in their settled deep block, want it to stay as slow as possible. Rodriguez. It's played forward by Vilchis. Met by the Trojans, but Rodriguez did well, or that was Torres, rather, who met the second ball. Trojans looking to build out wide there, create those overloads. Oh, and they've done well to find it here. Pay attention to Jones there, making the run into the box if they can find her. And it's cut out just about by Maylander. Jones had made a gut-busting run from midfield there, and it nearly caused some problems for the Jaguars. But that is where those opportunities are going to come from the Trojans, with the Jaguars' fullbacks overlapping and playing high up near the box. There will be plenty of times where that wide area is exposed for the Jaguars defensively. Rodriguez. A nice ball out wide here. Orta with a chance to stretch her legs. Orta with the heavy touch. Orta in the box. It's deflected behind for a corner. It's been a while since we've said that about the Jaguars. Jaguars, this will be their 4th corner of the game. The Trojans only have one at this point, but the best opportunities of the game, apart from the penalty, for the Jaguars have come from these corner kick opportunities. Pay attention to that far side here. They're looking to overload the far side of the box and then potentially swing it near post. With 4:05 remaining in the game. In the half, rather. Ball swung into the near post. Finds Rodriguez at the top of the box. Rodriguez turns. And it's cleared away by the Trojans. 24 can hold it up here. Wait for runners to get in behind her. But Hernandez does impeccably well there to clear the danger. That was calm from Hernandez. Coaches love a player that doesn't get phased under pressure there. The left back finding herself here on the right half space. And it looks like Salas was whistled for the infringement that time. And the Trojans, once again, they'll take this opportunity with 3:20 remaining in the half to just take a deep breath. Calm things down. Griffiths especially is going to need a deep breath with how much work she's been doing in that back line. Now the Trojans looking to overload the back line here. This is interesting considering how deep they are in their own half. Claudio looks like she's going to play this forward here. They haven't been quite this ambitious in their own half to this point, but they see this as an opportunity late in the half to potentially catch the Jaguars out. It's cut out by Hernandez there. it's not always about finding your own player on those free kicks like that. Getting a throw-in the opposition half is often a gain enough. As Jones finds herself on the ball here, lovely touch. Can she keep it in? She cannot. And it will be a Jaguars goal kick. Keep your eyes on Jones on that right-hand side. She has been causing all sorts of trouble. Jesse Orjak plays it to Dembele. 2 minutes remaining in the half here. Jaguars maybe look to play a little bit quicker. Oh, it's cut out there by Claudio. She'll have a go from way outside the box. It was uncomfortable for Maylander there. That was the second shot on target for the Trojans, and it nearly caused some trouble. If the Trojans maybe got a few more players crashing the box there, that could have spelled danger for the Jaguars. Dembele flicking it on here. Torres, once again, it's Griffiths meeting it. If there's one name you'll be familiar with by the end of this broadcast, I get the feeling it's going to be Griffiths. She has been all over the place. Here's Jones. One-on-one with Hernandez. She plays it to Dollard, and Dollard is met by Vilchis. Played forward to Torres. Griffiths tries to get a little bit cheeky there, and it works out for her. Claudio looked like she was going to go for another half-field effort. As we have 1 minute remaining in the half. Oh, that was a tough collision there. Torres may be lucky to get away without a yellow card on that occasion. That was a physical collision as the clock stops itself at 49.6 seconds remaining in the half. Would expect to see the Trojans get numbers into the box here. This could well... Oh, looks like we have a player down on the far side here. We're waiting to see who that is. No, she's standing over her on the right side. Folks, we're going to go ahead and take a break here. We're going to send it to a quick commercial, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Master of Public Administration program at Governor State University is an unique opportunity for anybody who would like to advance their career.
Almost all our students work in the federal, state, local government, and nonprofit organizations.
And if a student would like global, national, state, and local experience with public administration, Gov State is the place to be.
So I think most people come to a MFA program looking for a next level in technical expertise and artistic voice.
Here at Governor State University, students will be working on a professional portfolio of work and focus on an idea and have 3 years to really make that come to fruition. And I care about them. I want to see them be successful.
How many shots have we had?
Welcome back, folks. We're here again with Jaguars action. Number 10, Isabella Claudio, struggling to her feet here. We're wishing her well.
But number 10,
Looks as though she'll be able to get herself off the pitch here, fortunately.
Isabella Claro.
But it still remains unclear as to whether she's going to be able to continue. She's hurt bad and looks like she's not able to put much weight on that right knee. Certainly wishing her the best. That's never a sight you like to see. Folks, with CCAC action returning, we've got women's soccer this week. St. Francis, Indiana, beating Trinity Christian, Illinois, 3-1. We had Albion College beating Indiana South Bend 2-0, and a monstrous scoreline in Calumet, Indiana, as Calumet beats Andrews University 11-0. Not often you see a scoreline quite that high. And Clado's still struggling her way off the pitch here. Looks like the Trojans still trying to figure out whether they're going to make a substitution here, but at this point it appears as though they're going to keep things the same. They may just continue these final 49 seconds with 10 players on the pitch. Now I do have a little bit of a view here on her. She does look to be laughing, so not bad enough to where she's doom and gloom, but again, it still remains unclear as to whether she'll be able to continue throughout this game. Just to remind you guys, Trojans with a free kick about 40 yards out, and they are blocked by Ana Rodriguez. That one looked like it might have stung a little bit, but she doesn't show it as Jones finds it on the right-hand side. She has been a force. Oh, and she does well to turn there on Hernandez, and it's cut out there. Maylander will certainly be thanking her defender on that occasion. Corner with 30 seconds remaining in the half. They're going to need to take this quickly if they're going to take it at all. 24 lining up to take this one. It does look like they will have just about enough time on the clock to get it in. They swing it into the box here to the top of the box. Jones unfortunately couldn't guide it towards goal.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we'll take it to halftime, folks, with the score still at 0-0. The Jaguars well outshooting Hannibal Lagrange 15-4 with 6 shots on target to 2, but still none of that resulting in a goal. We're going to take it to halftime here. We're going to send it to a commercial, and we will be back momentarily. during Good Friday, but celebrated here in September. Always love to celebrate our foods here on the DLMD broadcast. If you're just joining us here, first half ended in a 0-0 scoreline with the Jaguars well dominating the shots but unable to find the back of the net, even earning themselves a penalty with about 18 minutes left in the half that was saved by Henry. The shot totals for the game, the Governor State Jaguars with 15 shots to Lagrange's 5. That is 2 on target to Governor State 6. At the moment, it's still 0-0, but the Jaguars looking good, unable to find the back of the net to this point. We're going to go ahead and send it to a commercial, and we'll be back with the game action.
The biggest experience that a student might gain by doing their research and master's degree at Governor State University is learning how to use our state-of-the-art instrumentation.
We, faculty, be able to focus on each student, and we are able to prepare them for their next move.
Prospective students should come to Governor State University to get their master's degree in analytical chemistry, to advance their careers and advance their position in the workplace.
With more game action here. As we stated just at the top of the broadcast, it is 0-0 still to this point. Hannibal Lagrange being dominated in terms of shots compared to Governor State. But at this point, it has amounted to nothing on the scoreline. The Trojans will be happy with how they ended the half, with a lot of pressure being put on the Governor State box. But at this point, again, still 0-0. We did have an injury at around halftime here. And it looks like we are going to have a goalkeeping change as well on the part of Governor State. That will be Jimenez subbing in for Mailander. Jimenez, the senior from Bogota, Colombia.
In goal for Governor State University, number 0. From Bogota, Colombia, Valentina Jimenez.
Still looking out on the pitch there, it does look like Isabella Claro, the player who was injured at the end of the half, has found her way back onto the pitch here, thankfully. She was making a big impact on proceedings up to the point that she had gotten injured. It looks like we've got a couple of more substitutions here. Coming on to the pitch is Francia Hernandez. And number 7, Ashley Ruiz. So looks like both teams here looking to change it up. Something interesting to note, typically Hannibal Lagrange does make a goalkeeping substitution in the second half, but with Henry having saved that penalty late on, she will stay in for the second half here. As Jones with a quick opportunity in the Governor State box, she crosses it in, and hard to tell who got the last touch here, but linesman claims it was a Trojans player. It will be out for a Gov State throw-in, or goal kick, rather. Trojans starting off the half with a little bit more intensity than they did in the first half. We'll see how the Jaguars respond. The recently substituted Ruiz collecting the ball and playing it to Salas there. Torres on the ball, over to Salas. Take note here, folks, Salas is a lot more inverted on that right-hand side than she typically would be, as the ball searching for Dembele is cleared by Griffiths, but that'll be something to pay attention to. Salas in this half appears to be playing more of a midfield role in possession. It seems as though Coach Kiko is trying to get a little bit of an advantage in that midfield area. He sees that as something that they fell short of in that first half, getting those overloads in the midfield. It's Hernandez on the ball. Here's Torres. Torres over to Salas. Oh, and the touch goes awry from Torres. Hernandez doesn't clear it. Jones muscled off the ball there. Referee says play on. Here's Hernandez. Hernandez looking really comfortable on the ball since her introduction in the first half. Here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez back to Torres. Torres finds Dembele. Griffiths once again there to cut it out. We'll have to see if the Jaguars go to something of a different look there. They've got Griffiths man-marking Dembele, and it's largely mitigated her effect. Something the Jaguars will want to figure out there. Dembele is a big part of the game plan for the Jaguars here. And as the clock ticks down to 42-40, she's yet to make an impact on the second half. Hernandez in that wide left position. Rodriguez finding the half space, tries to play it through, a searching ball cut out by Griffiths. Look at the run there from Salas on the far side. Jimenez tries to find her, but it's cut out by Henry in goal. Henry has been a steady set of hands in that goal today. Hasn't had a ton of difficult saves to make, but she's been incredibly reliable in making those claims. 5'10" frame really filling out the space in the box there, making it difficult for the crosses to have effect from the Jaguars. Hernandez cuts it out. Rodriguez on the ball once more. Cut out by the Trojans, but Rodriguez wins it back well there in a dangerous area. It's played out wide to Jimenez. Jimenez, the first time ball is cut out by Griffiths for a Jaguars throw. The Jaguars doing well here to build up in possession, finding those triangles, getting those spaces in those dangerous areas, but when it comes to the final ball, it's only been met by Griffiths, not by Dembele to this point. It's very clear what the Jaguars are looking to do here, still yet unclear whether they'll be able to execute it. Here's Torres. Torres cut out by Jones. There's a good opportunity for a through ball here, but it is dealt with well by Popovich. And Popovich, not sure if she misread the trajectory of the ball there, has to clear it out for a throw-in for the Trojans in a very dangerous position here. Long throw in here from the Trojans, looking to get an opportunity in the box there. Cut out by Vilches. It does appear that the Trojans are looking to be a little bit more forceful in the Gov State half. They were towards the end of that first half, but they're certainly showing their teeth more than they had at the beginning of the game. Griffiths done well to cut it out there. Ball finds Jones. Jones pokes it into the box, cleared by Vilches. Number 2, Katie Few there on the ball, finds Griffiths. Oh, lovely turn there to get around Ruiz, and the ball just about cut out there by Salas. That was a very dangerous position if Salas didn't deal with it. It'd be a corner for the Trojans. Only their third corner of the game to this point, but they have looked threatening from those set pieces, and the technical ability of Clado certainly shining through here for the Trojans. As she's grown more into this game, the Trojans have looked much more of a threatening proposition. Her and Jones have been the two to watch out for as Clado swings it into the near post. Good claim there by Jimenez, and it's cleared away by the Jaguars. And number 22, Kaylee Colbert, will watch it go out for a Jaguars throw-in. Katie Few with the throw. It's cut out there by Jimenez. Jimenez immediately asking for that ball out wide, but Ruiz is unable to get it under her spell. Clado, the ball just a little bit too long there, but you can see where the idea is coming from. They're getting more numbers forward than they were in the first half. And Clado definitely going to be the one to watch out for going forward in that midfield area. Trojans doing really well here to make progress into the Gov State box. as the clock ticks down to 38-10 here. It'll be a Gov State goal kick. Jimenez certainly appearing to be more of a sweeper keeper than her counterpart, Mailander. It'd be interesting to see how that plays out tactically, whether she'll get more involved in possession, whether she might be looking to claim those balls a little bit earlier than Mailander was. As Torres goes down here, referee will rule it an infringement, and Gov State will get a chance to collect themselves with a free kick here. Torres struggling to her feet there. It looks like the right foot in a bit of pain, but she will soldier on. Vilches over to Torres. Torres in that number 6 position. That could be, when you're playing as that single pivot, as Torres is today, it can be very, very difficult. There's a lot of pressure on you to make sure that those touches are clean, to make sure that those passes, especially in a short passing system such as this, are finding their target. When you're playing that deep, there's a lot of pressure on you to make sure that you're nice and tidy, as Jimenez has a lot of space out wide here. Jimenez was ruled offside. Jimenez was the lone goal scorer for the Jaguars in their opening day game against St. Mary's. And you can see where the threat is coming from. She is quite the speedster running down that left flank. And the Jaguars are looking to get more opportunities getting her in behind here. Here's Salas. Torres collects. Rodriguez, oh, that was a cheeky little touch, and it finds Jimenez, who is offside once more. Folks, that was only the second offside of the game, all told, but both of them happening within the last 30 seconds here. Both of them happening to Jimenez. Long kick forward. Comfortable claim here for the other Jimenez in goal. Jimenez with the long kick forward. It's cut out in a dangerous position, but Vilches clears. Vilches did very well to find Ruiz out on that right-hand side. Salas making the run in behind. Ruiz does find her, but it is cut out there. Oh, and it trickles its way through to Dembele. Dembele with an opportunity to run in on goal. Griffiths once again cutting it out. It will be a Gov State corner. If you're just joining us, folks, Gov State corners in the first half were the main source of chances in the game, besides the penalty that Gov State did earn. And number 10, Ana Rodriguez, was a huge source of opportunity from those corners here. She'll be lining up for this one to take the in-swinger. Pay attention to that far post, because that's where Gov State are going to try to create those overloads, confuse the defenders, and maybe get an opportunity closer to goal. Rodriguez swings it in right to that penalty area, but doesn't directly find a Gov State player. All the way back to Hernandez. Good little triangle there from Gov State on the left side. It finds Jimenez. Jimenez with the ball played in. Oh, and it just about... Rodriguez on the volley. Just wide. Rodriguez did very well to collect herself and put that towards goal, but unable to find the target there. Promising signs here from the Jaguars. No shots on target as yet in this second half, but a lot of promising signs, a lot of relationships developing, particularly on this left-hand side of the pitch where the Jaguars seem to be wanting to find most of those numerical advantages. This has been a very intense battle on the left-hand side here between Hernandez and Jones. Jones, very effective in that first half, but since Hernandez's introduction, she's not been quite as effective. Nice little tactical tweak there from Coach Kiko. Trojans take the goal kick. Long ball forward. And it's collected there by the Trojans, but only out for a Gov State throw. Jaguars pleading their case to the referee there not to call a foul, and ultimately successful in doing so. Oh, that's a dangerous ball there. Jones will collect it. Trojans with an opportunity here, cut out by Vilchis, only as far as the Trojans, and scrambled away. Linesman recognizes the shove in the back there, and the Jaguars escape on that occasion. Playing with fire a little bit that time, the Jaguars. They'll have to be careful playing those tight passes in the midfield. More than once here, they've found themselves exposed, playing with that single pivot. If you give the ball away in midfield, oftentimes there's only one player protecting the back line, and if you've got defenders roaming forward, it can spell danger, as it did on that occasion. Rodriguez looking for Jimenez wide. She'll find Jimenez. Jimenez swinging the ball in, and it's rebounded and scored by Salas, crashing into the box. The ball into the box, not dealt with by Henry on that occasion. She fumbles it only as far as the on-rushing Salas, and Salas not going to have many easier opportunities than that. She fires it in to break the deadlock, 1-0 to the Jaguars. The Jaguars taking the lead here at 32:20 left on the clock.
Governor State goals by number 4, Victoria Salas. Assisted by number 24, Jenny Jimenez.
Jimenez in the second half has had a ton of energy running down that left-hand side. And on that occasion, we saw her effectiveness in full effect. It wasn't quite the cross that she was looking for, but every coach will tell you, you just want to get it into the box, get it close to the goalkeeper, and have runners in behind, as the Jaguars did on that occasion. Salas, the right back, finding herself in the position of a striker. Dembele with a nice ball over the top. Will Jeziorjak get there? She does. She plays the ball into the box. Dembele's there, and it's fumbled in. It's another goal for the Jaguars, 2 in quick succession. Folks, only 27 seconds have elapsed from the clock since the last goal. It's at 31:53, and the Jaguars double their advantage. Dembele somersaults her way back over to the benches, and she earned it there. Nothing but raw strength and box presence to find herself in the position to fumble it into the goal. Questions to be asked of the goalkeeper on both occasions here. But the Jaguars won't complain. They won't ask those questions. It is 2-0 within the space of under 30 seconds. The Jaguars with the advantage. Jaguars scoring with their only 2 shots on goal of the half thus far. But the changes that Coach Kiko made at halftime, and Coach Almeida of the Trojans getting a yellow card here. Not quite sure what he was complaining about there, but his protestations have ultimately earned him a booking. Well, the energy has been zapped back into this one, folks. The Trojans really need to find something here. They've been playing it pretty safe to this point, and it has worked out for them, but with the new introductions that the Jaguars made at halftime, it just hasn't had the same effect as it did in that first half. Griffiths once again cutting it out. Ball in behind is met by Vilchis. Vilchis venturing forward here on amazing run, finding Dembele. Dembele unable to hold it up. Referee says no foul there, and the Trojans are allowed to play on. Oh, referee's going to call it back, it looks like. Oh no, this is going to be a yellow card for Dembele. Well, the energy was brought back into this game, and it seems like tempers have flared as a result. We've got 2 yellow cards in the space of the last minute or so, with 31:12 left on the clock that is currently stopped. There's a substitution in waiting at the moment. Number 12, Diana Orta, waiting to come on. Ball over the top. Oh, Jimenez looked to have misjudged that one initially, but ultimately claims it. High ball there into the midfield, collected by Rodriguez. Met well that time by Jory Reiter. Referee will stop play to allow the substitution to take place. And it is number 12, Diana Orta, coming on for the recently booked and recently scoring Dembele. number 22. Folks, the clock is stopped once again here at 30:45. Now with the ball in play, the clock will begin running once more. Oh, misjudged there by Vilchis, but fortunately it finds Hernandez. Hernandez has been a really cool head in that back line. It's certainly made a difference in the second half. And Griffiths fails to deal with the ball, but Few is able to clear it out for a Governor State throw-in. Here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez with the searching ball into the box. Dealt with for now by the Trojans, but Jimenez meets it. It's back into the box, and unfortunately, unable to be guided home by Jezorziak on that occasion. My apologies, that's Jezorziak. Torres on the ball. Valadez finds Rodriguez, who plays it back to Torres, busting forward here. Jezorziak out wide. Orta unable to meet the ball on that occasion, but she's helped out by Torres, and it's recycled by the cool head of Valadez. Here's Salas. Lovely triangles here developing in midfield. Valadez plays it in behind for Salas. The first goal scorer, she tries to cut inside, but Griffiths is there once more. And it will be out for a Trojans goal kick. If you're watching closely here, you may have noticed when the Jaguars get the ball up towards the final third, they have these little triangles developing that are making it very difficult for the Trojans to get numbers in front of the ball. And you see those little 1-2s developing. They're able to find those balls into the half spaces much easier than they were in the first half. I'm going to attribute a lot of that to the substitutions here. Jimenez and Hernandez in this second half have been excellent at making sure that there is space to be played into. A lot of technical ability on the roster this year for the Jaguars, and it's been on full display in this second half. It's been clean, cool, fluid football from the Jaguars. And there's a ball in behind Jezorziak. Can she meet it? She cannot. Henry just about getting there before Jezorziak is able to get a touch on it. Henry with the long ball forward. Hernandez contesting. Vilchis, nice touch over her shoulder there to find Hernandez. Hernandez to Torres. Torres back to Hernandez. Look at the space here that they're creating.
You're good.
Rodriguez playing it in behind. Orta with space to run into. She's got Jezorziak in the box. She'll play it in. It goes to the far side there. Jimenez thought about having a shot there. She will. And it's just over the bar. Our PA here was asking us if the field goal was good. From my angle, it seemed as though it was just underneath the upright of the field goal there. If you have a better angle at home, feel free to let us know.
First two. Last game,
Yes, you up. There you go. Match up.
Gov State had the control in that first half, but didn't have the goals to match it. Certainly not the case in the second half. They've had the control, they've had the goals, and they're looking really comfortable now. Would not be surprised if Hernandez starts in the next game rather than coming off the bench. She has been superb in her limited minutes so far in this game, as Jimenez tries to play it inside to Rodriguez, but it's cut out that time. Cleared away by the Trojans. And out for a GSU throw-in. When you play as the Jaguars do, wanting to dominate the ball, play those short passes, and have the majority of the possession, having a 2-0 advantage is about as good a sign as you can have here. They're going to be able to play very comfortably, play their brand, and create more opportunities here. They won't be rushed into anything, and that's sometimes the best thing you can do, is to not rush yourself. Take your time, let the opportunities find themselves, and make those relationships with your teammates. As Hernandez finds the ball here, Jimenez on that left foot, and Jimenez with her third offside call as the clock ticks down to 25:43.
Way to play quick, much better. Now you just have to win everything in the air. That's you, okay? No bouncing.
For those of you who are keeping track of the shot totals, Governor State now with 21 total shots to the Trojans 5. That's 9 on target for the Jaguars to the Trojans 2. It really has been a dominant display in the second half. The Trojans yet to have a shot at all in the second half. And you can see why in this example here. Rodriguez plays a ball into the box, just evades Georgiak. The clearance is unconvincing though. Miscommunication here from the Trojans. Jimenez, it hits the bottom of the crossbar and finds the very thankful arms of Henry. Jimenez proving herself to be quite the opportunist on that occasion, tracking the ball, doing really well to read the bounce. It was a very neat and tidy volley, but it only finds the bottom of the crossbar, just a cat's whisker away from crossing the line and giving Governor State a 3-0 advantage. Torres on the ball here. Rodriguez. Vilchis looking to play it long. Cut out there by Clado. Haven't said her name very much in the second half, and Governor State will certainly be happy with that. She was the real point of contention for that Gov State back line in the first half, but hasn't had very much of an effect in this game, and most of that is to do with the fact that Governor State is just not allowing the Trojans to have much settled possession at all. Georgiak chasing that one down. Henry collects comfortably. The ball ricochets itself to the waiting feet of Hernandez. Torres. Valadez. Taking her time on the ball here. Does well to keep it close and play that ball out wide to Orta. Orta looking for the opportunity to cross, and looks like she just didn't get her foot wrapped around it. It'll be a Trojans goal kick.
You're right there. That was a goal to me.
Jaguar fans, just a quick reminder, this is going to be the last home game for Jaguars athletics of the week. But if you're looking forward to more action, this upcoming Tuesday, that is Tuesday, September 16th, the volleyball team plays at home. Catch the broadcast on the Governor State website, DLMD hosting that one. We love our DLMD crew here. I'm Jordan Fox on the play-by-play.
Okay, Speedy.
We've got Anala Bruce Rose on the camera, Francisco Mendoza, the technical director, and Danny Chang as the assistant director. Can't compliment this crew enough. Looks like another water break here as the clock ticks down to 22:31. Gov State Jaguars leading the game 2-0. Dominant display here in the second half. We're going to go ahead and take it to commercial. We'll be back in a bit.
The master's program in biology here at Governor State is a really good entry point for students trying to pursue graduate education in biology.
Our classes aren't just a lecture. You're actually involved in doing biology.
We have a small field station on the south end of our campus, a building and several lakes dedicated to research projects if students would like to utilize those.
You're involved in live projects, even if you're getting course credit for it.
Governor State, for its size and accessibility, opens up, I think, a very wide range of opportunities that many people, unfortunately, are not aware of.
Jaguars fans. Just to give you a little bit of an update on the stats here, when we left it at the first half, the shots for Governor State were 15 to the Trojans 5. In the second half, the Trojans have failed to register a single shot. The Governor State Jaguars have 7 to this point, and those 7 shots have resulted in 2 goals. The Jaguars holding a 2-0 advantage. Goals coming from Salas and Dembele. Dembele not on the pitch at the moment. She received a yellow card and was substituted quickly for Orta, but she did double the advantage. Goals coming in quick succession, about 27 seconds apart from one another. As we come back to action here, clock is at 22:31, a little bit over halfway done with the second half here. It's a beautiful day here. The weather has held out for us amazingly. Not too much wind, a nice temperature, and the sun beaming down on us. Certainly a good omen for the Jaguars here. Getting the sunlight, a high-energy performance, exactly the type of performance you want in your home opener. Taking advantage of the weather here. It's always disappointing if you can't take advantage of conditions like this, but the Jaguars in the second half have done that and then some. Salas finds Torres here. Torres taking her time on the ball, tries to find the ball in behind Jimenez. It looks like it will find her, if not for the outstretched legs of Griffiths. Once again. That was Brooke Dollard with the tackle, playing it out for a Gov State throw. Vilchis finding Hernandez. Hernandez back to, looks like she wants to play it all the way back here to Popovich. Vilchis once again. Keep a close eye on the ball here. If you look around you at the players surrounding the ball, there seems to be a triangle developing in every area of the pitch for the Jaguars. A coach's dream for any system, really, and they're making full effect of it here. Playing through the midfield very easily and getting themselves opportunities close to goal much more effectively than they had done in the first half. Salas on the ball here. We pointed it out at the top of the second half here, but pay attention to Salas's positioning. That is their right back, cutting into midfield and playing as a midfielder. A very modern approach, but we've seen the effect of it in the second half. They're very easily able to create those triangles, those midfield trios that make it so difficult for the Trojans to get numbers surrounding the ball. And it's been much easier for them to find those through balls into the half spaces or into the wide spaces. Here's Jones. Jones trying to feed a through ball there to Cabral, but big collision there on the sideline. Vilchis, it looks like, is struggling to get up here. I only just about caught that out of the corner of my eye, but looks like a wrestling move. For a brief moment there, Vilchis is slow to get onto her feet. Vilchis looks like she will soldier on. And the result of that is a free kick to the Trojans. Trojans not playing with as much urgency from these set pieces as they had done at points in the end of the first half and opening up the second half here, but they are gaining those numbers in the box now. Jimenez does like to make those high claims. She will come off her line here if the opportunity presents itself, and as I've said it, she nearly deflects it off of a Jaguars player and into the back of our net. It's a corner to the Trojans. Claudio will step up to take it. Claudio swings it in. Oh, that was dangerous. Again, Jaguars struggling to deal with the set piece on that occasion. But it rolls wide for a Jaguars goal kick with 19:41 remaining on the ticker. We're well over halfway done with the second half at this point. Jaguars able to breathe that little bit more easily, a lot more space to operate with, and a lot more comfortability on the ball now that they have this 2-0 advantage. The game will be played at their pace. And for a team that likes to hold a lot of the possession, that's exactly what you want. Here's Orta. Griffiths on the ball once more. And it rolls out a play there for a Gov State throw-in. Hernandez slow to her feet there, but she recovers nicely. It's into Rodriguez. Oh, beautiful dummy there from Rodriguez. She plays Jimenez in behind, who, you guessed it, she's offside once again. That is the 4th offside call on Jimenez in the game. All 4 offside calls for either team have gone against Jimenez. You do like the opportunism, but if you're a coach, you want to make sure that you know to stay on the shoulder of the last defender. Don't make that run too early. It'll be Griffiths to take the free kick for the Trojans. Brooke Dollard on the ball here with 18:11 remaining on the clock. A scuffed ball there finds its way to Few, but Few unable to keep it in play there. It'll be another Jaguars goal kick. Rodriguez on the ball with time. Dollard not putting too much pressure on her. It finds its way to Hernandez. Hernandez to Jimenez. Rodriguez once again. She sees the gap opening up in behind there. Can it find its way to Valadez? It cannot. It is cleared away for a Jaguars throw-in in Trojans territory. Rodriguez on the ball once more. She has been a maestro in this game. It finds Salas. Salas! The shot scuffed and blocked easily. Valadez with the shot. And Henry with the diving save to her right. That's another shot on target for the Jaguars. And that marks shot on target number 9 for the Jaguars. In comparison, the Trojans having only 2 shots on target to this point in the match. Salas on the ball here once more, inverting into midfield. Here's Torres to Rodriguez. Rodriguez slips it in behind. Jezorjak is just onside here. She's one-on-one with Henry. Oh, Henry makes herself big there and comfortably saves it. Beautiful job there on the one-on-one. A goalkeeping coach will love to see that. She came out at just the right moment and basically made it to where there was no angle for Jezorjak to get any space behind her to slide it through into the back of the net. We've got 16:08 ticking down on the clock here as the Trojans have possession in the Jaguars half. Rodriguez turns, looking for space there. Clado able to cut it out there. A little 10-on-10 action.
Substitution for Governor State University from Paris.
And we've got a substitution here. Dembele. This is an interesting tactical substitution here as Hernandez, the left back, comes out for Dembele, the striker. And it looks like Jimenez will make her way back to left back where she started the game out. Seems like maybe Coach Kiko trying to exert a little bit more control on the game. But Hernandez can certainly leave this game proud of her performance. She did a very good job mitigating the effect of Jones on that right-hand side. And while she was at it, had some really nice moments on the ball there, whether that be supporting attacks or whether that be playing those neat little touches in the midfield. As Rodriguez looks to round the corner here against Few. Few does very well there to defend. It's going to go out for Gov State throw-in here. Jezorjak on the ball. Finds Rodriguez. Rodriguez out wide here. Spent most of the game in those half spaces towards the middle of the pitch, but she finds herself out wide on this occasion and earns the Jaguars another corner. Jaguars have enjoyed these in-swinging corners from either side as the clock ticks down to 14:36. The Jaguars get the opportunity to play another in-swinging corner. We've been mentioning it all game, but take a look at the overload on the far post there. Pay attention to who's running where. Torres will look to put this as close to the penalty box as possible without Henry getting a hand on it. And it's a low-swinging ball. It ricochets, and it's ultimately cleared by Griffiths. Dembele looking to hold up play here. She does well. Under pressure from Jones. Rodriguez on the ball. Rodriguez, lovely ball out wide on that occasion. Torres plays it to number 8 there, Jezorjak. Salas has an audacious effort there from about 20 yards out. Don't think Coach Kiko will be too happy with that effort, but it did deflect, so it will be a corner on this occasion. It'll be Torres once more standing over the corner. Just to update you on the shot count here, the Jaguars 26 to the Trojans 6. As Torres swings it in, Vilchis unable to stretch her neck high enough to get her head on that one. As it will be a Trojans throw in here. Oh, nice little dummy there. And she does have space in behind here. Jones making the run. Pay attention to that. It's a ball into Jones, and Vilchis cuts it out comfortably. I'm sorry, that was Jimenez there that made the interception from the cross into the box. Jezorjak on the ball, looking to cut inside on her right. The pass is a little bit weak, but it ultimately finds the feet of Torres. Here's number 33, Reiter, on the ball. As the clock finds its way down to 12:15, we've got just over 10 minutes remaining in the second half as the referee blows play dead here. Dembele needs to be careful here with how much chattering she's doing with the referee. She is on a yellow card here, and you never know how hot a referee's temper is going to be, especially when it's the first home game of the season, and you may not be familiar with how he's going to judge things. Clado swings it into the box. It's met by Popovic. Popovic finding Torres. Torres waiting for options. Orta on the ball, cutting inside. Here's Rodriguez. Quick feet there, and she's into space now. Carrying the ball forward into that midfield area. Jezorjak making the run, but it's ultimately cut out there by few. Orta back on the ball again. Here's Torres. Torres swings it wide to Jimenez back in that left back position. Torres' ball only finds Griffiths. Dollard plays the ball forward, but it's cut out by the Jaguars, and they will recycle the ball once more. Here's Jimenez. And a little bit of miscommunication there. Jezorjak wanted to play the little poked ball back in for the 1-2, but Jimenez wanting to get the ball fed back to her. But it does ultimately go out for a Jaguars throw-in as the clock comes down to 10 minutes and 38 seconds. We're down to about the 10-minute mark here. And the pace of the game has found itself to a nice lull. Again, the Jaguars will be happy with that. They have the 2-0 advantage. There's no need to risk leaving too many gaps. There's no need to play with too much pace here. They can take their time with this one and keep exerting their control. Salas takes the throw in to Popovic. All the way back to Jimenez. Jimenez to Vilchis. Vilchis carrying it forward. Vilchis, as a center back, not afraid to venture forward, and she's done very well to keep control of the ball when she does make those winding runs up the pitch. It's always nice to have that little ace up your sleeve as a coach, a center back who's that confident on the ball and that confident in forward areas. It's a lovely ball out wide there to Jeziorzak. Swings it across on her right foot. It's taken down by Salas. Salas to Rodriguez, and it's cut out there by Claro. The Trojans now looking to get on the counterattack here. Kaylin Jones on the ball, and it's helplessly trickled into the goalkeeper's wanting arms. Jaguars play quick to Rodriguez. Rodriguez sees the run of Jeziorzak and plays a disguised ball to Dembele, but Dembele was not alert enough to it to bring it under her spell. Here's Lange on the ball. Griffiths heading it forward. It looks like we've got an injury here to Rodriguez. With 8:22 on the clock, Rodriguez is down here, and she looks to be in some pain. Folks, we're going to go ahead and throw it to a quick commercial here. We'll be back with an update on the condition of Rodriguez.
So I think most people come to a MFA program looking for a next level in technical expertise and artistic voice.
Here at Governor State University, students will be working on a professional portfolio of work and focus on an idea and have 3 years to really make that come to fruition. And I care about them. I want to see them be successful.
Rodriguez has gotten to her feet here. She seems to be able to walk around just fine. A little bit of gingerness in that left leg. Looks like she will be substituted off, just getting a quick water break. Appears to be nothing more than a cramp, though. We will be hoping for the best here for Rodriguez.
Hey guys,
she finds her way to the sideline.
Taking my notes. I want to be...
No, just let me stretch.
I'm getting like itchy from it. Are you okay, Via?
It does not appear that the Jaguars have made a substitution to replace her yet.
Yeah, that was really cute.
Valadez defending against Clado. Clado tries to feed the ball through there to Jones, but Jones was not alive to it.
I knew it was about to come.
As the clock winds down to 8 minutes and 3 seconds, it looks pretty good for the Jaguars here as long as things stay as they are. We hope you'll stay around after the game is over to watch the post-game interview. Oh, beautiful play there from Popovich, but it only amounts to the Trojans regaining possession. Jeziorzak fighting for the ball there. It looked like a shove, and it is indeed. The referee agrees with the commentator. It will be a Jaguars free kick. Torres looked like she wanted to play that quickly initially, but her route was cut out. She does eventually find the ball out wide to Orta. Orta notices the run of Salas, but ball's ultimately cut out there on the right-hand side. And the linesman notices a foul on that occasion. Folks, I'm being told that the injury to Rodriguez was likely only a cramp or possibly a very slight sprain. So strain rather, sorry. Sprain would be much more serious. This one does not appear to be very serious. So we're wishing her the best, but it does appear that she is in good condition still. That's the magic of DLMD, folks. We've got ears and eyes everywhere. And Rodriguez will return to the pitch.
Rodriguez returns, number 10 from Portugal.
Referee will stop play here to make sure that she can make her return. Would have been a huge blow for Rodriguez to go down this early in the season. This was a very promising performance from her. And she's on the ball here. Didn't take her long to get back into the action. Pokes the ball forward to Jezorjak and attempts to play the first time ball in behind. It's cut out. Jones will not chase it. It seems like the Trojans just running out of energy on this occasion. We did say in that first half, when you're spending as much time defending as the Trojans did in the early going, it's oftentimes very hard to keep the same energy that you do in the initial phases of the game, and seems to be the case so far for the Trojans. They don't seem to have the same zip about their play as they did at times towards the end of that first half. Valadez contesting Griffiths. Jezorjak plays it in behind for Dembele. Can she get there? Oh, Reitzer almost failing to deal with it there, but it's ultimately cleared away. It's Dollard on the ball to Clado. Clado plays it out wide, and it's cut out by Popovic. Only as far as a Trojans throw-in. Number 22, Colbert, looks like she's going to be playing the cross in here. Oh, Jimenez wasn't confident in the flight of that one. Jones nearly got to the end of that one. And it looks like it'd be whistled dead for a goal kick. Looked like for a moment there that Jones maybe had hands on the back of Jimenez there, but referee disagreed, and it's only out for a goal kick. As the clock ticks down to 4 minutes and 45 seconds. We said it before already, but please do stick around after the game has concluded. We are going to have a Jaguars player in here for a post-game interview.
Truly, I've never had a good ref.
And it's Rodriguez on the ball. She plays it wide to Jezorjak, but she's met by Griffiths. If the Trojans can take any positives from this game, they will certainly feel very good about the performance of Griffiths. Jimenez to take the throw in for the Jaguars. She finds Jezorjak, who delays her run just a bit, but Few cuts it out nicely.
Let's go, White. Finish strong.
With 3 minutes, 50 seconds left on the clock here. Looks like the Jaguars are just going to try and slow things down, keep the ball in play as little as possible. Griffiths blocking it with her face there, and Few able to clear it. It finds Jones. Jones playing it forward to Lange, but Lange fouling on that occasion. The referee will play the advantage there and then call it back for a Jaguars free kick. Popovic did well to win the ball and the free kick on that occasion. Referee just telling the players to back it up a little bit there.
Activity, Corbin.
And as the clock winds down to just over 3 minutes, we're at 3 minutes and 2 seconds here. Just want to remind everyone, my name is Jordan Fox. I am your play-by-play commentator for the day. We've got Anala Bruce Rose on the camera. Francisco Mendoza back on campus in the director's chair, and Danny Chang assisting him. Always want to shout out DLMD as often as I can. It's always nice to see, even though the Jaguars have a comfortable advantage with not much time remaining, they're pressing high here. Dembele gets the shot off and collides with the goalkeeper. Wow, that was a very good opportunity for Dembele to get a shot on goal. She's struggling to get up here. She is back to her feet now. Looked like she just collided after poking the ball. The foot save on that occasion from Henry, who's had a lot of work to do in the second half. She did well to block off any angle she might have had to that far post. And the play is whistled dead with 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining on the clock.
They go, what's your problem? Jimmy goes,
Trojans play it long. Jones, took the ball to the neck there. Referee's going to stop play here. That is never comfortable. Jones looks to be in a lot of pain here. Clock stops at 1:45. Referee might have to keep play stopped for a bit of time here. That hit her right in the center of the neck there. We're going to go ahead and send it to a commercial here, folks. We'll be back in a bit with an update on the status of Jones.
We are champions of character.
The master's program in biology here at Governor State is a really good entry point for students trying to pursue graduate education in biology.
Our classes aren't just a lecture. You're actually involved in doing biology.
We have a small field station on the south end of our campus, a building and several lakes dedicated to research projects if students would like to utilize those.
You're involved in live projects, even if you're getting course credit for it.
Governor State, for its size and accessibility, opens up, I think, a very wide range of opportunities that many people, unfortunately, are not aware of.
Welcome back, folks. I made a mistake earlier on the broadcast. It was Lang who was down when we went to commercial. She has exited the pitch. It does not look like she will be returning. She was able to get up and looks like she is breathing on her own, but she is unable to continue at this point as the clock begins to tick down again at 1:40. We're wishing, that was a very dangerous play there from Popovich. Incredibly lucky that nothing came of that there. Playing on the knife's edge on that occasion. Clado with a throw-in. Jones, as the Jaguars cut it out and clear it. Dembele tries to get the touch on that, and she does find the ball. She's clear through here. Doesn't look like they're going to catch up. She's one-on-one with Henry. It's Dembele! What an effort there to get on the second ball. She did amazing to run in behind. Henry was a little bit late to come out, and she does ever so well there to poke it in to the far corner. That patented somersault celebration as Dembele gets her brace and points to the fans in the crowd. The grad student from Paris, France, gets her double. And what a way to do it with 57 seconds left on the clock. Looks like there's a difficulty here with the goalkeeper, Henry. Something with her head. She hasn't gotten back to her feet since the ball went into the back of the net. A lot of injury concerns here in this game, and goalkeeper Henry, who's had a lot to do in this game, certainly has been a solid performance from her. She seems to be struggling to get up here, and she's holding that right temple. We got 57 seconds left on the game clock here. Folks, we're going to go ahead and throw it to another commercial. We'll be back in a bit on an update on the injury here.
The Master of Public Administration program at Governor State University is an unique opportunity for anybody who would like to advance their career.
Almost all our students work in the federal, state, local government, and nonprofit organizations.
And if a student would like global, national, state, and local experience with public administration, Gov State is the place to be.
We're back live here, folks, with 50 seconds left in the game. Henry able to get back to her feet and continue play here. Looked like just a minor injury that she had there. Dembele getting her brace on this occasion with some collateral in Henry there, but we're thankful that she was able to continue. Clock ticking down to 30 seconds left. Jaguars hoping just to hold on to the clean sheet at this point. Ball finds its way back to Jimenez, and don't like to see that. The ball trickles its way out for a corner. Completely unforced error from the Jaguars, giving the Trojans a chance with 13 seconds left on the clock to swing in a corner. Will they have enough time to get this corner into the box? They do swing it in. It's at the front post. It's cleared away easily, and folks, that will do it. Jaguars with a comfortable 3-0 win over the Hannibal Lagrange Trojans. Incredible second half performance there from the Jaguars. My name is Jordan Fox. I am your play-by-play commentator. We got Anala Bruce Rose on the camera. We have Francisco Mendoza back on campus as our director and Danny Chang as his assistant. We're going to go to a quick break, folks, but please stay tuned. We will have our Jaguars player of the game when we get back.
We are champions of character.
The master's program in biology here at Governor State is a really good entry point for students trying to pursue graduate education in biology.
Our classes aren't just a lecture. You're actually involved in doing biology.
We have a small field station on the south end of our campus, a building and several lakes dedicated to research projects if students would like to utilize those.
You're involved in live projects, even if you're getting course credit for it.
Governor State, for its size and accessibility, opens up, I think, a very wide range of opportunities that many people, unfortunately, are not aware of.
Kumba Dembele managed herself 2 goals today. Kumba, how are you feeling after a performance like this, and what are you feeling about the rest of the season going forward?
I feel this is a really good game and a good start for the season, and I think that we're going to do great after this. It's going to give us the confidence to go farther and do better next games.
And you guys did a very good job of holding loads of possession. You looked very comfortable in that second half. A lot of substitutions made before we came back in the second half. What do you think were the major changes that occurred going into that second half?
I think the coach did a really great job telling us what to do in the second half, like taking account of the first half to do better at the second, and we listened and we did it.
And how do you think Coach Kiko is going to look to implement these changes going forward so you can have more of that control earlier on in the game?
Can you repeat the question, please?
How do you think that Coach Kiko is going to change things around so that you can have more control earlier on in the game?
I think he's going to make us work more on this pattern, this set pieces, and that is gonna put us in a position where we are more confident.
All right. Thank you very much, Kumba. Again, congratulations on your brace today. We really look forward to seeing you playing for the Jaguars going forward here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
All right, and that's all we have for today, folks. Thank you for watching. Again, I'm Jordan Fox. We have Anala Bruce Rose on the camera, Francisco Mendoza back in the director's chair, and Danny Chang assisting him. We are DLMD broadcasting for the Jaguars after their 3-0 win over the Hannibal Lagrange Trojans. Thank you very much, and have a great day, everyone.